Okay, so can you give me your name and your major?
Kevin Laguerre. I'm a civil engineering major.
All right.
All right.
All right. First question. It's kind of an obvious one. Are you a fan of hip hop?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Um, so many of the people who don't like hip hop are concerned with the images it portrays, the use of language, stuff like that. How do you feel about the images portrayed in hip hop, and do you approve of them?
I don't, and I do. Couldn't care less, to be honest.
Okay.
You want to do more cycle?
Yeah.
All right, then. We start over.
Good.
No, I'll start over.
Just go ahead and answer the question. I'm gonna edit it. It's fine.
Repeat.
So, how do you feel about the images portrayed in hip hop?
It's the same has been since the early 2000s. The same has been since the early 2000s. Misogynistic. It can be degrading to women. Hip hop today has become themed mainly on money, drugs, and how much you can spend. There's really no message in music nowadays. The images, they're how you take them. They can be negatively effective to today's youth, but you can make your own choices. So I don't take them as negatively.
Okay. Do you think that positive images portrayed in hip hop have a lesser impact on black youth than the negative images?
Yes, because they don't appear as often. It's rare today that people drop music with positive themes, and then the music nowadays that is dropped with positive themes is a little bit deep, and people don't really want to do too much thinking. Rather just there. Sex sells, drug sells.
All right. Let's see what's the next one. All right. Do you believe that older African Americans, like our parents, mentors, black leaders, and stuff like that, do you think that they see hip hop as a bad influence on today's youth? Do you think that this has a significance on the downfalls of black youth?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for African American families. My parents aren't from here, but yeah, my parents personally don't like it. I wasn't even allowed to listen to Soulja Boy. They thought he was a negative influence. When my dad first heard Superman, he thought it was inappropriate. He was like, "It's not a dance Kevin can't listen to ever again." But yeah, parents nowadays, there are those very parents who do like rap music, and there are always exceptions. Like you have parents who like rap music and their kids will foster well, but in today's society, most parents hate rap music and the message it brings. Teenagers nowadays, yeah, like, even myself, like I like the beat, like I don't necessarily like the lyrics, but it's just something you can really vibe to. But we don't realize it, but the themes really are affecting us. Even in PG, especially, people nowadays think like, "Oh yeah, I sell drugs, I do this, I go hard," only because of the music you listen to. What was the last part of the question?
Oh, it's just basically, do you believe hip hop has a significance on what people would consider as the downfall of black youth, like irresponsibility, disrespectfulness, attitude towards women, stuff like that?
It's one of the factors, but the downfall of black youth is mainly attitude. It's not really necessarily the music we listen to, although we're influenced by our music, but we should be strong enough to not let our influence make us who we are.
Right. How integral is hip hop in black culture, and how much influence does it have on how the world shapes our views of black people and black culture?
How integral is it about hip hop back in the day was a huge part of black culture. It was It was expression. It was how you. It was an art form. It was how you sought to release yourself. It was catharsis. But people like Oslice, for example, are demonstrators of true hip hop. They bring, well, she brings a message. Other rappers out there bring a message. Hip hop nowadays is it's just a trend. It's just fashion. It's what people get into. People just looking for the next big thing, the next big beat. It's the trend that people hop onto. And then how does it affect how we view black culture? Not necessarily us, but other cultures, other people. Specifically see rap music and they're like, oh, black people, how you gonna get out the hood? How you gonna get out this? We gonna drop a mixtape. People be joking, they be like, oh, my mixtape coming soon. But that's like a serious life for people. Like, it's people who are out there in like impoverished neighborhoods and they really think that the only way out for them to make it is to, oh, I'm gonna be a ball player. Oh, I'm gonna drop these bars, or I'm be out on the street selling drugs. If Chief Keef made it, why can't I made it too? If Shy Glizzy on the streets pushing out these mixtapes and getting these bills, why can't I do it too? It really pushes us and makes it seem like we haven't grown. It's one of those things that make it seem like, well, for example, in America today, black people are like, you have to cut that part out. I'm going to say it anyway, though. Like, I can't say stuff like that with the Air Force, but like, black people today are legitimately like stereotyped, and there are certain things we can't do in America. But at the same time, we're ostracized, but white people also see it as, with music like this and the way they view us, they're not holding us back, we're holding ourselves back. So yeah, but you can't put that part there.
All right. What influence does hip hop have on the culture on this campus, primarily on the black community, but even on the campus as a whole?
I don't think I'm too big in the black community, because I can't really tell you.
From what you've seen.
From what I've seen, it's just music for people to vibe to. It's not nothing that really brings us closer. It doesn't make us like tight. It's not something that's like, oh, people really express themselves, like, except for the rare ones. But even at juke joints, like, people come up and rap, and it's like, the lyrics be so vulgar. The lyrics don't tell you shit. The last juke joint, man was up there talking about he hit this bitch with no protection. Pause. This man was talking about fucking some bitch with no protection. Nobody. Oh, I can't cuss, my bad. This man was up there talking about having sex with female with no condom. Everybody was just bobbing their heads and rocking, like. And then what's worse is people on this campus talking about, I'm gonna drop ciphers. Not everybody can be a rapper. No. But, overall, black music, hip hop is great at parties, great juke joints. It gets us hype. Go-go is real big. It's a great way to. It's one of the few ways that we do bond in the black community. Dancing is kind of our thing. At parties, from the twerking to the chopping, it's kind of started to become the culture of this generation.
Mm-hmm. All right, and last one, just for fun. Who's your favorite artist, and what do you like about their music?
My favorite artist. I don't even know. My favorite artist.
Right now.
That's alive.
Yes.
This playlist.
Just off the top of your head.
J. Cole is good. Drake is good. Chance is on the come up. A lot of people don't listen to him, but Tech Nine is pretty good too. Who else do I listen to? Oh, yeah. Everybody talking about Kendrick. Kendrick's decent. All those people listen to, I don't know that I necessarily have a favorite.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
All right, Bob.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.